Hey y'all, it's Courtney with Just Nurse Court. I am pulling my little wagon out to the garden and we are going to do a little workout here this evening, hopefully before the sun goes down. So I'm walking in between the limbs from the tree that they are working on taking down. Still, it is a work in progress. So most of the tree is down. I'll show you an update once we get out to the garden. Most of the tree is down except for the main big trunk, and the guy that's doing it's got to have help to get the rest of the tree down. So it may be a while before all of the tree is down, but that's okay because at least all the limbs and stuff that could fall over, at least that is taken care of. So I'm looking at my broccoli and I'm not sure if I'm going to need to stake it up actually. Let's go take a peek. What I really also wanted to check and see is if I'm going to have to do some spraying for the old buggies. So it actually looks better now. So I'm going to flip you guys around here so you can see. So they look better now. I thought they kind of maybe needed staked up, but I do see a lot of holes and potential bug damage and definitely eating of leaves and stuff over here on this one. It's really getting eaten up and I'm not sure what exactly it is. I don't know if it's caterpillars because I'm not really seeing them. So I think what I'm going to go do is go get my stuff. Well, I need to water everything. Let me water it first and then I'm going to spray after I water because yeah, that one's really getting eaten up bad. It was probably the worst one so far, but then I've got a bean plant in here in the middle of all that and I just let it go. But let me go hook up the hose and we'll get it watered and we'll do that first. Well, I stopped watering for a minute because I saw a bunch of tomatoes and a okra, and there's more okra on this plant. So I really need to get my okra cutting shears, but I don't have them. One of the okra over here has gone ginormous, so there is that. It will not be edible. And I have a few that I didn't catch, and I'm letting them dry out for seed. This one should be edible, but this big old dude, we'll go ahead and pick it. Boop. Well, there went a tomato. Not what I wanted to do. Didn't want to drop it and bruise it, but here we are. Okay, I'm gonna go and get my harvest basket, I think, and I'm gonna go put this up and I will be back. All right, so while I went in to go get my harvest basket, I also got my dead bug brew and my little sprayer because we're gonna spray the broccolis as soon as I'm done watering and picking tomatoes. So I know I saw a few more back in here. I guess I will grab them. That one's a bad one. I'm pitching that one. And some of these are starting to blush over here. And these are some of the Amish paste. I can't hardly see with the sun shining down on me. And I see some cherries. I'll definitely have to get the cherries next. I know there's another one up here. And okay, maybe that might be all. The sun, like I said, is shining brightly in the eyes. Okay, I'm going to set the basket down and finish up watering. Oh, no, there's some on this side. I need to take the basket through. All right, we got the watering done. Doesn't take me quite as long to water now because I don't have quite as much stuff. Let's see, it's gonna get a few more cherries that I saw over here that are getting pretty ripe. And a few more over here. And maybe that's all. Okay. Just want to make sure I didn't miss any in here. These are so easy to miss in here. Yep, here's one. There's quite an abundance of them. Kind of getting top heavy. Those are definitely getting wild. Some of these are, I kind of quit staking them up and I'm just kind of letting whatever happens, happens. Okay. Oh, I need to water the flowers up here. I did forget that. So I better give them a drink before I stop watering. So I don't know if we're supposed to get any I was about to say any sun, any rain anytime soon. And I know it's like getting towards the end of the season, but these marigolds have done really well. So I'm trying to at least keep them alive. And I still have a little bit of the petunias, the white ones that are still alive too. I probably won't plant petunias next year. I don't even think you can see me. I'm probably out of frame, but I know I will definitely plant the marigolds because they just do really well for me in the heat and sometimes drought. And I see a caterpillar on that one. It's probably one of the caterpillars that are eating my plants, my broccoli plants. That's the only thing that I really care about right now is my broccoli, because everything else is pretty much done. I mean, I'm just letting the tomatoes ripen, whatever's on the vine. If I get them, great. I'm giving them to my brother because I'm just kind of done with tomatoes. I made salsa. I did 2 batches of spaghetti sauce, which is what those are the 2 main things I wanted to do. And I got that done, so yay. All right. So now I'm going to mix up, and I decided instead of to do the BT, I decided to do the dead bug brew because I'm not exactly sure what is going on with these puppies. So this needs rinsed out for sure. Turn around so it's not my booty in your face. Let's see. Let's go to Jet. Nope, not the Jet. Is that the Jet? Nope. There we go. That should be Jet. Alright, let me just shake that up and pour it out here. Alright, now we're going to add our dead bug brew. Let's see. And I need to read here and see what we got. So for I think we can do about probably, because it needs 4 tablespoons per gallon. And I think that's a half-gallon sprayer. So we're going to go half of that. We're going to go 2 tablespoons. That's what we're going to do. And let's see here. That's our ounces. That's our tablespoons. Okay. So, let's see if I can do this. It should go up just to that second little fill line. Perfect. And pour it in. And put my lid on. And we're going to spray this off. Okay. Put it back on shower. All right. Now, let's see here. Don't even know if I'll need this whole thing. But I knew I didn't need a gallon just for one bed. We'll try to spray all over. Try to get the underneath sides of the leaves too. So I'm not really sure what's getting it. It looks like there may be some leaf miner damage. So that's why I went with this. because I'm not completely sure what's causing it. That one, I don't know if we'll get any broccoli out of it or not. I don't know if I'll get any broccoli, period. But it's kind of a gamble this time of the year. But I'm hoping to. Okay, I think that is pretty good. I have a few right down in here. I might just go ahead and spray them since I got the stuff. I don't think these little guys are going to do anything. One of them was completely stripped. The leaves were completely stripped. And it's just a stem. But if we don't have a frost in October this year, it's possible, which I just don't know that we're going to have one, to be honest. I'll try to rinse this out here before putting it away. Okay. Now I gotta wash my hands. At least get some of this stuff off of it. Okay. There we go. All right, guys. Woohoo. Yay. So I didn't have to end up staking my broccoli. I think it's going to be okay. I'm going to let it be. The other day when I was out here, they were all like drooped over. And maybe it was just because it was the heat of the day. I don't know. But I think I'm going to let them go and see if they can just get a little bit stronger now that I took the cages off of them. So we're going to see. Trying to save the broccoli. That's why I sprayed them. I don't know. We will see if we did or not. I think what I'm going to do is I need to walk my little wagon back around to my garage, and then I need to water my green stalks. So I think I'm going to put my tomatoes in here, and I'm going to grab you guys, and we're going to go water the green stalks. Okay? Let's see what we can do. One-handed. To be determined. I think I can do this. I think I can pull my wagon. The wind's blowing my hair in my face. But I think I can do this. And then we'll be done with the garden work. I really wanted to get the spraying done. That was like the most important thing. Well, and then staking up my tomatoes if I needed to do that, which I did. So let's see here. We're going to water the green stalks. And I need to be picking some peppers. But yeah, this one Sugar Rush peach pepper is totally changed colors. I've got 4 serranos that are red right now. So I was thinking about letting them go and just all turn red and then making some kind of like a hot sauce out of them. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. And then I don't know yet what I'm going to do with my herbs. All the basil is trying to flower. And I don't really have to have any more basil this round for this season because I've picked off of it twice. So I'm kind of just watering the marigolds. They're on their downhill side. Oh, here's a stick from the trees. But I guess we'll go ahead and we'll water everything. The green beans, I don't know. There's just a handful left on here to kind of get a little bigger. They're mostly done. But I'll go ahead and give their little pockets a drink just in case. But we're pretty much done. Green beans are done. Trying to water some of these herbs a little bit. Then I need to harvest these herbs and get them drying. I probably can do that this week. I was kind of holding off because I had other things in the dehydrator, but I could probably pick some herbs and dehydrate them. So maybe I'll plan on doing that, picking these on Thursday. Seeing how we go. Water my pepper pockets. The pepper plants have done pretty good in the green stock after I, gave them a little bit of trellising support. This one here is needing a little bit of support. There we go. All right, let's go turn off the water. And then we'll haul my wagon back around to the front. Then just walked into a whole bunch of little flying bugs. Didn't want to eat them. So, all right. Turn the water off. And one thing I need to do is get my hummingbird feeders. I'm just letting the water out of my hose. One thing I need to do is get my hummingbird feeders down. I should probably just go grab them and take them in. The hummingbirds, I haven't seen them the last probably week or so. So it's now October, and I think they have moved on for sure. But I was still seeing one or two come up to my kitchen window, but I haven't seen them. So I probably need to take those and the ones that are in my garden down and get them all washed up. But maybe I will wait another day or two. It's not supposed to, like I said, like we don't even have any kind of, like I've been looking at the forecast and like so far like the lows that all I'm seeing for the next 10 to 14 days is in the 50s, I think. I don't even know if there's any in the 40s. There might be. I'm unsure. So, oh, I was going to show you guys the tree. Yeah, so let me flip you guys around. So I got more brush piles, as you can see. Sun's kind of coming down, so it's catching a glare across there, but isn't the sun pretty? So there we are. That's the update on the tree. So that piece right up there, he can't do by himself because it's just too big and too heavy. And so when my brother comes to town at some point, he's gonna have to help him and probably get rope and then notch it where this way to where it'll fall this way with some rope is what I'm guessing. So anyway, I don't know if my yard is ever gonna look normal again, but there's definitely some firewood here. So we just need to get the big brush piles taken out of here, which they're all along here too. So all along the house there, and then we have the big pile out here. So anyway, that's the update. My yard looks terrible. At least it's on this side of the yard. But the pile in the middle is like, I wish it wasn't there, but it is what it is. So I'm glad to get the tree down. And then he's coming. He actually cut a little bit off of this one the other day, and I think I showed you guys that one. Or did I? Maybe he hadn't cut. We moved some of the branches off of this one too. So this tree here is kind of getting close to the house right up there. So we're going to just probably have him trim that back to where it's a good 5 feet or so away from the house, because it will eventually grow. But there's a few of the branches that he pulled down, and there's a few dead ones. And then he's also going to try to get some of the dead ones out of this tree here. I believe this tree is the same tree that the big one that's taken down. And they just, I don't know, I've had lots of little branches fall out of it. But he's going to try to trim up some of those dead ones on this one too and help that out. And then I don't know, this one way over there is a weeping willow, and it is dying, but it is way over there away from my house. And so I'm not going to worry about it too much. But it probably needs to come down too. So maybe another year. It's expensive to get trees down. So you just kind of have to do it a little bit along. Last year I had someone take one out in my front yard, and then I had them grind the stump up. Luckily with this tree here, it's up in a flower bed, so I won't have to worry about necessarily getting the stump ground out. We can just cut it down and then trying to go through my sticks there. But yeah, luckily I won't have to get the stump ground out there, because yeah, it's up in a flower bed and won't have to mow around it. But yeah, I had one in my front yard taken out last year. So all right, I'm gonna open up my garage door here and get this hauled back inside. And flip my little cart around. And then I didn't have to use these little things, which is kind of nice. Oof, I'm trying to do that with one hand. They're kind of, sorry guys, just like trying to get, I like to put my cart in there the right way. Okay, let me get my little spray. Put my dead bug brew up. Get my little spray bottle, and I'm gonna set it to dry. So I'm just gonna set it on the outside here so it can kind of dry. Okay. All right. Well, guys, I hope that you enjoyed my little work with me in the garden, and I will see you guys soon in the next one. Don't forget to slow down and enjoy all the little moments. Bye, guys.